Hello everyone here. I welcome all of you to my new podcast. Hope all of you are doing great. And today our topic of the podcast will be human exploration made in space. So particularly we would be analyzing the explorations made by human in the space. Before moving ahead, let me introduce you to myself. So I am Devansh from Nainital, Uttarakhand, and I spent my whole life in midst of mountain. I used to observe the night sky and was fascinated by it since the age of 10. And now I'm a curious person who always loves to know more about space. Let's begin this show. So in this podcast, we would be answering many questions like, do you know how far we have observed? Or what is the farthest point where a human man made object has reached? Oh, what are the two ends of the universe? We are going to answer all such sorts of questions today. So, let's begin from the beginning. On 12 April 1961, the first exploration with a human in space was made by USSR, in which Yuri Gagarin spent 1 hour and 56 minutes in this space. This invoked other countries to explore space to become superior in the race of development, because at that time, approximately every free country has its own navy, army, and air force. So what left was the space. And let me answer one of the question asked. What is the furthermost point ever seen? So the furthermost point ever seen is that of 46.5 billion light years away from the Earth, which is crazy, and I will tell you one interesting fact related to this in the end, so be with us till the end. From the ancient time, there were many misconceptions were prevailing, that of Earth being flat and the whole universe revolving around the Earth. Development in science and exploration in space had led the birth to modern astronomy. One of the interesting things about the space mysteries are that when a mystery is solved, another mystery arises from it. For example, when the mystery of universe revolving around the Earth was solved by launching a satellite into the space, then it was observed that our whole solar system is also revolving. So a new mystery arises that about which thing is our whole solar system is revolving. Then the mystery of what is in, then we came to know about galaxies. And then another mystery arises, that what is in the center of gravity that can attract so many solar system to it. And when this mystery was solved, it blew up everybody's mind. We got to know about the deadly black hole. There was a black hole at the center of every galaxy. The existence of black hole cannot be predicted by the telescopes, so the black hole remained hidden from the human eye from a long time before. But the development in science, with the help of visible light, the X-rays and the radio waves, now humans are able to make a clear picture of what a black hole is. So, a black hole is a huge lump of mass concentrated to a point particle, creating a huge gravity. So the discovery of black holes is a human exploration in itself. So let's talk about some futuristic question, that when will this universe end? In this question, we are not going to take consideration what religious text says, but we will only use the scientific fact. So, actually, there is no possibility of universe collapsing. This universe will prevail for trillions and billions of years. But everything in the universe is moving either away from it or toward it. Each and after a very long time, every galaxy will move away from each other, and eventually everything will fall in dark. This is because the dark matter is increasing between the space of the galaxies, and there a huge area where light has not even reached yet. But we won't be able to see this because after 5 billion years, our solar system will collapse. With the collapsing of the sun, Earth would not be uninhabitable. If our human exploration could find another planet to live, then we might be able to see things. But as the galaxies will move apart, the solar systems and the suns in the galaxy will lose their energy after time, and every star would be converted in would die after a period of time, and then after a time the whole galaxy will be dark. Wait, did you guys notice that a new mystery arose? That is there any planet like Earth? Oh God, these space mysteries are never ending. But let's try to solve these mysteries. So, the satellite named Voyager 1 is the farthest most human-made object sent into the space, which is currently 23.870 billion kilometers away. It is the first spacecraft to enter the interstellar space, and if with the help, so our only mean to find a new planet is that of the electromagnetic rays and telescope. So currently there are 3,962 planetary solar system found, where there is a planet inside a solar system, and there are 5,366 planets found which are revolving just around this space having no solar system. So in total, 9,328 planets have been discovered by humans. And the telescope in space like Hubble and James Webb are currently trying to find new and more planets and study about the one which are already known. But there is no possibility among these 9,328 planets for life to exist. So, till now, our discussion will remain unanswered. But with more development in science and more human exploration, we might be able to find another Earth. So, I promise you to tell about one interesting fact. So, I told you that the farthest most point seen by a telescope is 46.5 billion light years away from the Earth. So, if we, if you study the term light year correctly, you might notice that that is the distance where even light takes a time of a year to reach from that place to Earth. So, the thing which we have observed 46.5 billion light years away is actually the past. We don't know what is happening at that place now because the light from that place took 4.56 billion years to reach Earth. So we are actually looking at the past. And if we go into a vice versa situation, if we would be at that 46.5 billion years, we would be able to see what was at the Earth 46.5 billion light years ago. Isn't that interesting? That's like a time machine, but we cannot alter things, but you can observe them. So, in this podcast, we have answered many of the questions. So let's end the podcast here, and I will keep you update after about my new podcast which would be on the outer planets and the another human explorations